Guinness cake.
Your
Honestly,
audience.
put cream cheese on a Guinness and I'm there. Put it in the oven. You've never had a Guinness cake?
No. I don't drink, so I avoid the actual drink.
Either. I mean, I make drinks and I'll taste them, but like,
Yeah.
you've never had a Guinness cake?
No, but I need to.
This is new to me. Yeah,
You've never heard of a Guinness cake?
No.
What?
Have you ever heard of putting like Ribena in a Guinness? Like
So that's kind of frowned upon in
Ribena's
Ireland?
like it's frowned upon. I just heard about this today though.
Oh,
where I
really?
was like, I never knew that was a thing, but people do
Yeah,
it.
What's
we call it
Ribena?
black
Ribena's
currant.
like a black currant like cordial that you can put into water or seltzer. It's,
Okay.
But I've heard this is a thing that you can put into Guinness.
Why is it frowned upon? I
To
feel like
kind
we
of add it
touched
a
on
little bit
since
more
it's
sweet.
not-
It makes
I think
sweeter, makes-
Irish people think you're changing the taste of Guinness.
Which you are.
But cream
yeah.
cheese on top doesn't.
Or
That's
the
a
fact that you're adding it to
different
food,
thing.
which is...
To match our
My gosh, I
background.
literally
You
brought this
literally
in.
look
This was not
perfect.
purposeful. I
No,
definitely
it
did not.
was purposeful. You did it.
It was subconscious.
You look amazing.
This is my first press junket, so thank you.
Oh my gosh.
I'm
It's
so
my
excited.
first press junket too,
Yes.
so we're in it together.
High five to that.
Let's do it.
Yes,
Wow.
and we're Irish.
Yeah, we are Irish.
I need to say thank you for the movie. It was so beautiful and also such a powerful message for young women.
Yeah.
Also, you did a really nice nod to the responsibility of men in these scenarios. I wondered if that was something like that you paid extra attention consciously, or was it something directly translated easily from the book that you felt?
Well, I felt like, this very much is Lily's story, and Lily's a person who leads with empathy, and in that she wants to understand why everybody is the way that they are, but that doesn't excuse anyone's behavior, and I think that once that's clear, that really. You can have two things can be true. You can have empathy, but empathy isn't justification.
Yeah.
What I think is most important is I didn't think about the men too much with regard to Lily, in that she has these men in her life who are powerful figures for good or for bad or everything in between, but really it's her story. She's not defined by these men. She's not defined by what they've done to her. They are not her identity, and nothing that's ever happened to her is her identity. And I think that that's the most important thing to convey here, is that this is something that happened to you, but it's not who you are. And in that, you can change. There's space to define who you are, because that's an action, and that's someone else's action towards you, but that's not your identity.
Yeah.
There was a lovely moment where you kind of felt that she gave that power to Atlas as her younger self as well. You gave him the ability to not be defined by his life.
Yeah.
That must have been a real responsibility to kind of try and help convey that.
Yeah, I think we were so lucky to have, to be able to adapt a Colleen Hoover novel is a huge privilege.
Yeah.
Already there's so much in the writing, and so when it came especially to scenes like that and to those kinds of responsibilities, being able to have that text there and to read those diary entries and to read her inner monologue and have it there as context was such a wonderful privilege to have as an actor, because you could really translate that through your own craft and whatever I was doing that day for a scene. And also, my co-star Alex is one of the most giving and kind people I've ever met, and created such a safe space for me and for each other. We created a safe space for each other on that set, and to be able to work through those kind of topics and to be able to really successfully achieve those kinds of moments.
Yeah. I love the jacket throughout as well, which you're kind of sporting now, which is amazing.
That is so true. That's why I'm so starstruck today.
Because I look like Alex.
There was a line. There was a line.
It's like Alex and Lily.
It is.
If they had a baby, it would be.
So there's a moment between you and your best friend and you and Atlas in the movie, which is really, really important, and it kind of defines their relationship. Has there ever been a moment in your life where you felt like you've had to do something like that and it's been quite challenging?
I'm sure there's been a lot of them, whether it be to a family member or a loved one, and sometimes those are small moments and sometimes they're big ones, but I think the biggest thing is if you show that you're, Jenny Slate said this the other day, if you show that you're a safe space, that you can come to me and I will love you no matter what, and I will be there to support you the best that I can, that I think is the most important thing. And there's a child psychologist who I love, who I follow, named Dr. Becky Kennedy. There's another amazing one, Destiny Ann, and they always say two things can be true. And I think that's beautiful in life. Two things can be true here. Yeah. So to remember that you may have two opposing things. In Lily's case, I may be very hurt by this person, but I may love them with all my heart and soul.
Yeah.
Two things can be true here. You don't have to feel like the human heart can hold one thing at a time, and to know that we can live in the complexities and the messiness. It helps us support each other through it versus going, make this decision or that decision. It's empathy.